Hello everybody, my name is Star Raptor and welcome to the channel. If you're here looking for the latest in Star Wars Resistance commentary, then you are in the right place because every single week I like to talk about and review episodes of Star Wars Resistance. This week I'm taking a look at Season 1, Episode 8, titled The Platform Classic. This is about Marcus Speedstar as well as his brother Yeager racing for different reasons, and we're going to get right into that because I really enjoyed this episode. I think it's one of the strongest that this series has to offer, and it's because we get so much more about Yeager. We got some teases in the previous episodes of the season, and we learn that none other than Marcus is the actual one responsible for the deaths of Yeager's family. So that is very dark for a show kind of on Disney. It really is. And how they're able to reconcile that and how they have this kind of butting heads against each other. As soon as Marcus walks in the picture, you can see that Yeager is just not liking his brother. He does not want to tolerate his arrival on the Colossus. And it just really tells us everything we pretty much need to know about Yeager, which is excellent this soon into the series. I thought the race itself was really cool, and it definitely had a nice speed to it. I liked especially about there's different stages, and the one point they are going into basically orbit, and their engines are getting ionized, and it just has this like unique kind of risk feeling for this animated series that we haven't seen before. Like, wow, these people could actually get seriously hurt for not getting through the special ring to reactivate the engine. Something else I really enjoyed was seeing the Guavian Death Gang. I mean, these guys were in The Force Awakens, so it again reminds us about how close we are linked to The Force Awakens. When you see these guys show up with Marcus Speedstar, this definitely kind of spreads a little bit more of the lore into this current state of Star Wars, right? So we have these gangs and stuff. You know, the New Republic is in command of pretty much most of the galaxy, but you do have criminal organizations that are, going and getting their money from people that have borrowed it. They're kind of like the loan sharks, I guess, in a way. So interesting little bit of lore there. I do like how there is more lore that is talking about what happened after Geonosis. We have this conversation between Marcus and Yeager and about what happened exactly after the Battle of Geonosis. There's the military militarized as by Mon Mothma, as explained in Star Wars Aftermath. So a lot of people like Han Solo started doing racing and whatnot. And really, one interesting thing to note about Han Solo is if you guys watch the Buckets List, which is a video that comes out every week on Monday after the episode, they explain like little tidbits of knowledge. And apparently, Han Solo is supposed to be the character of Yeager's brother, Marcus Speedstar. But at the last minute, I guess they just decided to have a brand new unique character. And I thought that was great because, if you bring in Han Solo, it does make the universe feel a little bit smaller. So I'm all about having unique characters. But in that, they do mention that Marcus Speedstar is somebody who has participated in the Five Sabers race, which you have read. The Bloodline novel by Claudia Gray, they do mention that Han Solo was involved with that Five Sabers racing tournament thing. So really cool there. Something else I like about this is this alien species that is the assistant to Marcus Speedstar. Turns out he's actually a mountain Nicta or something. I didn't think they'd have different versions of Niku's species, but apparently they do. Very interesting design. Again, we're bringing new characters in through this animated series, so wonderful job, Lucasfilm there. I do like the lesson that was learned in this episode. So we learned that forgiveness is something that we all as humans should strive for. So I like how they did send a clear message because this is aimed at a younger audience. So to give these kids something to learn from a fun story is a great job, again, by Lucasfilm. I thought that the music was standout in this episode. It really was moving, and it ties into the end of the episode when you did get kind of the feels. I thought I got a little bit of the feels when you see Marcus and you see Yeager, finally just come together, and Yeager accepts his brother and forgives him for everything. Well, I don't think he can completely forgive him yet, but at least he's making steps towards doing that. So that music swelling up in the battle and everything else was pretty cool. And one thing I want to criticize is about how these racers are doing the races, because you have the character of Griff Halloran, who is the guy who is like the ex-Imperial, which we still haven't really heard of him actually having dialogue yet, which I really want to hear because it's Stephen Stanton, who has done plenty of voices like Admiratus and Obi-Wan Kenobi and AP5. Anyway, how does he able to shoot down one of the ships when nobody else seemed to fire their guns? So is that like a legal move he was able to do? Does everybody have laser cannons on their ship? I want to learn more about what really goes into these ships and what's legal or not. So yeah, just a really, really minor nitpick. But if that isn't fair, then what the heck? So that is going to do it for another review of Star Wars Resistance. What did you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I also have a weekly Star Wars show called Star Wars Weekly, where I break down the latest in Star Wars, including the comics, novels, news, and more. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That way you never miss out on that, and it does help support the channel. My name is Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.